That's early. That wasn't due for another 5 minutes. Right.
The next stop is Hoppers Park Road.
Would be best connection.
Yeah.
You'd have a 1006 York to Darlington. Thank you.
Thank you very much. No, it's alright. Okay, I've just really picked a bad time to speak to the camera because this noisy train is going. Right, there we go. So, what I was going to say is hi. Bit of a rush start to the video there, but hey, we're here now at Bradford Interchange, and today you might have heard me ask for the ticket because I didn't have time to do it online, so I just thought I'd get a paper ticket. Today we're going to Darlington, and why on earth are we going to Darlington? Well, it might be in the title and the thumbnail, I'm not 100% sure, but just in case it isn't, I'm going to keep that as a surprise. What we're going to do is we're going to wait for the 9:08, we're going to change at York, and then from York, I don't actually know what time the train is, so I'll have to have a look, won't I?
Station will be New Pudsey. You'll find information about safety and security on posters in each carriage. New Pudsey. You'll find information about safety and security on posters in each carriage.
Subject to any last minute changes. Let's just start with Leeds.
Platform 11. Now, that's not my train. However, we are getting a Trans-Pennine Express train, just not that one, that's going the wrong way. However, it does seem rather eventful. I think there's a bit of disruption, a few delays and cancellations from what I can hear from the announcements. It does appear there is a little bit of disruption, however, my train's on time at the minute, so it should be fine. On the train, there doesn't appear to be seat reservations, or at least the displays aren't working, so hopefully I don't get kicked out of the seat, but we'll see. I think it's about half an hour-ish. 40 minutes up to Darlington.
Well, according to Newcastle at 11:24, my name's Emma, I'm your conductor for the journey. CCTV is not just under 25 minutes time.
This service will be calling out Darlington, Thorough, or destination please 61016. If you see it, say it, and we'll sort it.
Is that a new voice? Have Transpennine Express put new announcements on their trains? We're just arriving now into Darlington, and from here we're going to go and visit the brick train monument. I don't really know what to call it, but the brick train is what we're going to go visit today, and we're going to get the number 2 or number 6 bus. Just like that, made it to Darlington. I'd be lying if I said I know where I'm going. However, I think the bus stops are just down on this main road here, so thank you. Okay, and I've made it to this random residential street here on the outskirts of Darlington, and now I've got to walk to a Morrison's, then behind the Morrison's is the train. I must admit, that was an Arriva bus. When it comes to Arriva, I'm a little bit apprehensive because I know how rude and very bad their bus drivers were. However, I have to say I was pleasantly surprised by that bus driver. In fact, I'm sure it's the same bus driver as the one we had in Bishop Auckland a few months ago. Just walking through a random retail park. Okay, maybe it's not that way. I tell you, sometimes I look so strange. Things I do for this channel. I really hope this is worth it. I have a slight feeling it might not be worth all this effort, but it's a bit of fun, isn't it, if not? Oh, interestingly, there's a travel lodge. Good to know. I promise it is actually something relatively interesting we're going to. We've just got to get to it first. To be honest, I think the bus just sort of does a little square, and I think I should have waited till this side, but I got off at that side. But hey ho, it's a nice enough day, nice enough little walk. So yeah. Please stay tuned until we get where we're going. I promise it's interesting. Luckily, there's another bus route that goes from Morrison's. However, I'll have to time it really well because that's 1 hour. So yeah, we'll have to make sure we time that really well if we want to get that one. How did you spend your Wednesday in the really hot sun? Oh, I went somewhere nice, the beach. What about you? Oh, I spent it walking around random industrial looking roads in Darlington. Morton Road, brilliant news. Right, we turn right down here. This is ridiculous, isn't it? But honestly, I think what do I do with my time, honestly? This is reminding me a bit of Tyndale, just outside Bishop Auckland though. Get that same sort of warehouse industrial vibe. Yeah. And that squeak you can hear is my shoes. They were cleaned and now I can't get them to stop squeaking and it's really annoying. And I believe we're finally getting there. Down this road, another turn, little trail. So we should be there in about 5 minutes. Provided I don't get lost. Okay, and I see a path that resembling a little woodland trail. That wasn't at all. Oh, I must have. I think I might. That's probably my fault because I should have probably checked which bus stop to get off at. They all had the same wording, so I thought, oh, it must be that one. At least it's a nice path now. We're not just walking through a load of warehouses. Honestly, it must be at least half an hour since I got off that bus. This is crazy. Right, do we go this way or that way? Let's try this way first. Because to be honest with you, in fact, I just caught a glimpse of it. I can just see it just through there. Blooming hell, finally. You're going to get my reaction first before you see it. That is fantastic. Was it worth all that effort? Realistically, probably not. Is it still very cool? Yes. That is just brilliant. Well, got a quick mural, we'll have a look at that in just a moment. Oh my god, that is this is what I've come to Darlington to see. Is this what you'd come to Darlington to see? I don't know. Is this what most normal people who come to Darlington specifically for? I'm not sure. But there it is. That is... Oh, wow, that is the best thing I genuinely believe I've ever seen. So, this is basically meant to be like a little stone, a little brick version of the mallard, which is why it's in the shape of the mallard. God, that is absolutely just the... Wow. The best thing I've ever seen. And look, there's absolutely no one here. Well, apart from the guy smoking a joint down that path. And the eagle-eyed amongst you may have noticed that there's a viewing platform up there. I'm trying to work out, is that a good... That's probably not a good path to use, that, is it? I think there's another path just around here, I believe. I think that's another path. I'm also not 100% sure on that one. But if that's the only other one, then we'll have to use that one. Hopefully there should be one round here. I cannot believe that is what I've come all the way to Darlington for. It's fantastic. Honestly, it's just so fitting for this channel. I'm not gonna lie, this just seems to be going a bit further away from it. So I don't think this is the way to go around. I don't think. Oh, maybe it is. No, actually, yeah, I think it is up here. It's really lovely, isn't it? Apart from, obviously, the main road there, which we'll be able to get a view of in a second. That's the A66. And I think there's just a lay-by there as well, but yeah. So the main road is the A66. And then we're on top of it. See, that's the other slightly looking dodgy path. And I'm guessing with this fence put here, they probably don't want you to use that path, but uh-huh. Train. Very original. It was actually commissioned by Morrison's apparently, as part of the Year of Visual Arts, which took place throughout the region in 1996. And then there's the view. Absolutely fantastic. Is this what you were expecting from this week's video? Is it? I'm laughing. I love that this is a thing. I absolutely just love how that is an actual thing. Yeah. It'd be good, wouldn't it, if you could go on there and just run along and take a big running jump. Now that would be cool. I think you might break your neck though, so... don't people do truck spotting or lorry spotting or whatever? Because if you do, you can get some good views of them there. A nice view of that industrial site that I just spent 20 minutes, half an hour of my life walking through. Is this the most random thing I've come to on this channel? I think it potentially is. But the views are lovely over there. Now, should we? I'm not sure about going down this path. I don't really want to fall, so let's just go the long way around. We've got about 20 minutes until the bus, so I'll spend another 10 minutes or so here. Then we'll go find the bus stop, which I think is just on that main road. So yeah. There goes the shoe squeaking again. Good to stay hydrated on a nice hot day like this. However, it's not as hot as it has been the last few days, where it's been like nearly 30 degrees. I think it's only about, what the hell was that? Something just flew towards me. Anyway, yeah, it's about 23 degrees today, rather than 30. I mean, wow. This is brilliant, isn't it? I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't know why, I'm getting like Angel of the North vibes here from this. Just one of them things just placed in the most random place possible. But it's also very, very overgrown here, the nettles. But, wow. The wheels. I must admit, the guy who designed this did a very good job, because it just looked fantastic, doesn't it? And it does properly replicate the original thing, not just like some, you know, half job. It properly represents it. You can properly see the mallard in that. Now, I know we've only just got here, but the bus is in about 10 minutes, so I think we've got to say goodbye to little mallard now. That was the point of the video. That thing there is what is the reason I've come. This is literally what this video is for. That. It's just absolutely fantastic, isn't it? And where was that? Oh, here's this little plaque. So it was made by David Mack, unveiled on the 23rd of June 1997, commissioned by Morrison's and Darlington Borough Council. It's called Train. Could have come up with a better name. It's a little poem made by someone from the local primary school. And then we've got the names of people who, I don't know, have had something to do with it. I think it mainly just looks like lots of schools. Do you think 7-year-old Davy Quick from Middleton St George, do you think he got some sort of like copyrighted, you know, do you think he got paid for that? Do you think, you know, what were the legalities of using using that 7-year-old's poem? They didn't write it for free. If they put my poem on there, I'd be demanding some money. Right, listen, give me some cash. I've done you a favour there. Ooh, the guy who was sat on his phone watching TikTok or whatever and said hello, he was smoking his joint, he's disappeared, he was sat on this wall right there and it stunk, but hey, it's their own. I love this little bridge, by the way. Shame there's no like little stream, but there's some rubbish, but yeah, love it. Right, now we need to find Morrison's, because that's where the bus stop is. Now I'm hoping that it is here the bus comes to. Number 6, 1224. What a nice looking Morrison's.
This is Morton. The next stop is Yarm Road, Morton Palms.
Just to let you all know, I will not be serving the town centre. There is a fire. It is all closed. So the last stop is the, I was going to call it the Hippodrome, it's not the Hippodrome.
Thank you. Bit of drama. Apparently there's a fire down in Darlington town centre. I mean, it made absolutely zero difference to myself. But the bus has to do an I version, so it can't go into the town centre. Interesting. Hate it when they play classical music. Hate it. And just like that, we are here awaiting our train home. It's going to be the 13:08, I believe, cross-country service. There is one just before that, but that goes to York and then straight through to Doncaster. However, I think it'd be more handy for me if I got the one that goes to Leeds, so that's the one I'm going to get. One of the new platforms here at Darlington, which actually only opened recently. That's cool, isn't it?
Platform 6 from the 1300 Northern service to Salford via Middlesbrough. Sheffield.
Now, as I said, I could jump on that one because it does go to York. However, I don't really want to change at York on the way back. I want to just go straight through to Leeds and then I can go back to Bradford interchange that way. That's the way I want to go this time. I don't really want to go to York again because it was a bit madder, wasn't it? A bit mad at York this time. But yeah, so we're not getting on that one.
Disrupted after Darlington. This is due to a speed restriction between Northallerton and York.
To be fair, they were saying that this morning and there was definitely not a speed restriction.
Leeds, Wakefield Westgate, Sheffield, Chesterfield, Derby, Burton-on-Trent.
And this is now where I'm going to end off today's video. Thanks for watching, I hope you have enjoyed. Hope it was relatively interesting. If it was, give it a like, subscribe and a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.